Too busy to play. We'll see about that.
What the hell?
Hello, welcome to hell. You wanna take the advice, and now you're stuck as well in Hell Gamer's Hell.
Well, apparently Strife is a little upset that I left her to play with Mr. M last time. Sorry, it's rather hard to do anything while you're being barbecued. In the meantime, let's talk about Hitman Blood Money. Now recently, I've completed a pro-run, no-equipment Let's Play series on this game. And though true, I gave my thoughts on the game as I played it, I figured I may as well give it a send-off discussion, as I did for Life is Strange Before the Storm.
I'm not finished. Not yet.
Overall, Hitman Blood Money is an amazing title. Even though the graphics are somewhat dated, I still think the gameplay holds out pretty well. Before I get too far though, let's address the elephant in the room. Why does 47 have a barcode? I get that he's a clone killer manufactured for a distinct purpose, but you think the local authorities would look for the guy who's walking around with the barcode pinned to the back of his head. And just go like, yep, that's an assassin. The obvious indicator aside, let's talk about the levels of this game. First off is the tutorial level. It really isn't that useful. It may show you the controls of the game, but outside of that, it has truly nothing to do with the rest of the game. This is due to the simple fact that the first level is on a linear track, and all you have to do is follow each step through. The thing is, the rest of the game, mostly, is nothing like this. But hey, I get it's a demo level, so I'll just let it slide. Although you can get creative with taking Joseph Clarence out in different methods if you wanted to bad enough. So that brings us to the first real level of the game, a vintage year. This level kind of feels out of place. If you go from the basic tutorial level to this level, there are some serious difficulty spikes. First off, all the guards are armed with shotguns. Well, not all of them, but all the ones you're going to see first. Later, elite guards are armed with submachine guns. Even on this game's easiest difficulty, this means that if you mess up and get caught, you are going to get gunned down. Remember, this is the first level of the game. This is the first level you get to play without the game holding your hand. So the chance of getting gunned down if you mess up is pretty likely. This wouldn't be that big of a deal, except you gotta remember the escape route is a seaplane that is kept just out of reach. Now, experienced players will get by this level without breaking a sweat, but this is the first true level again. And honestly, this level should not be level 1. I think it switched places with another level. Okay, curtains down. This should have been the first level. It's simple, it's easy. It doesn't take much to get top marks on this level. I mean, step 1, simply switch the pistol out for the execution scene, watch the tenor die, plant a bomb, kill the second target when he comes out, and there you go, the end. Very easy. The level it's actually pretty great to show off how the events in this game sequence. Being out when you kill the tenor, the ambassador will rush out. It gives you an idea how you can chain events together. It definitely really should be level 1. Does she really think I'm dumb enough to drink that? Yeah, now Flatline is a different level entirely. Rather than just being about assassination, it's about retrieval. This level is pretty fun once you get the hang of it. Getting Smith out of the cell in the medical wing can be pretty annoying, simply because getting into the medical wing is a pain. You have to get a suit to get a suit. This is the first level that's actually going to require that. But once you get him out of the medical wing, and you go about taking out the 3 targets, that's where the game gets really easy, because you can eliminate all 3 targets via accidents. And once you're done, it's just a simple matter of waiting to go wake Smith up and leave. Now, a new life. This just might be the best level in the game. In fact, the designers clearly knew it was the best level in the game. If they didn't, the marketing team knew. There are so many things in this level that it's just fun to explore it. Why can't all the levels be like this? Seriously. Getting a hold of Vinny takes some thought, but once you figure it out, this level is like, well, clockwork. The real fun of this level is when you decide to mess around with it, and you start getting creative. For example, going on a killing spree as a clown, hiding all the bodies in the garbage truck, playing sedative sniper in the treehouse. There's a lot of things you can do in this level. Easily the best level in the game. Hands down. There's really no comparison. The Murder Crows, this is another fun level. This is the game's first true hidden knowledge level, in that on a higher difficulty, you have to first learn the location of the target. And of course, because the target's an assassin, you have to take him out within a certain amount of time. This can be rather challenging, but it's a very good level, assuming you can intercept the assassin's payment briefcase and buy yourself much-needed time. If you don't succeed at that part, though, you're in for one hell of a bad day. Okay, You Better Watch Out is yet another pretty good level that provides an amusing challenge. It does take a little bit of thought to figure out how to go about this level, and of course, prior knowledge of the camera placements is actually obligatory here, but once you learn where the cameras are, you should have no problem going about getting high marks on this level. Silent Assassin is actually pretty simple, assuming you are okay with taking out the little yappy dog that's around the target. Yes, taking out animals is a freebie as far as Silent Assassin's concerned. Now, this level has a really strange event in it. There's a girl in a side room who will stab you if you go in there, and she's blacked out on the title loading screen, which kind of implies to me that the designers were up to something with that particular character, but they decided not to use it. What are you doing?
Having fun.
Wait! Now, just when things were starting to get good in this game, the game drops Death on the Mississippi on you. This level is a chore. Lots of targets, and it's relatively difficult to get to the escape plan. Although, on my playthrough, things got pretty weird. I got frisked while dressed as a sailor, and then they decided, oh yeah, we're just gonna shoot you and gun you down anyway. Because, for some reason, even though the sailors are permitted to carry guns, you can't. But this is only small potatoes as far as the level's concerned. Yes, I would expect this level to glitch out. It's not really fun anyway. I guess it suffers from target saturation. There are so many targets on the map that even if you took the time to take each target out, the game is still trying to lure you into a gunfight with the gators on the top deck. It's more work than it's worth. While still in Mississippi, 47 receives another mission. Too bad for the delivery man. 47 gets hired to infiltrate a wedding and take out the groom and the father of the bride, but guarantee the bride was never touched. Now, unlike the previous level, Till Death Do Us Part is actually pretty good, but it can be a real test of your patience. If you get hasty on this level, you're done. The guards all have shotguns and all the guests are packing heaters. This is probably the first level that actually encourages you to get patient and have a stealth plan. You don't even have to switch your suit on this level. You get in, you sneak up to the target, you kill Pappy, you then accidentally kill the groom, preferably, and then you walk out like nothing happens. But again, patience is the key on that level. If you're not patient, yeah, you're not getting anywhere. Now that brings us out of Mississippi and puts us into Las Vegas for a very fun little level called House of Cards. This level is just great to explore. It's pretty large, you have all these things you can look at, and it's easily one of my favorites. It's just too bad that to Silent Assassin this level, I need the sniper rifle. But this is an issue for this level and at least one other level in the game, which we'll get to later. But House of Cards is actually a really fun level. You can play it many different ways. You could go to the meeting as the guy in disguise.
You are Hendrik Schmutz.
Yes, Sheikh Mohammed.
You can take both the guys out and just call the Sheik out and assassinate him, which is like I like to do. There's lots of ways to play it. I'm really glad that this is one of the more open-ended levels in the game. It's kind of like a bribe, if you will, to make up for the stupid riverboat level. Well, at least it would be if it wasn't followed up by the next level. That would be a dance with the devil.
Tell me, kid, you ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
Interesting concept, but seriously faulty execution. First off, this level has 3 main areas. Heaven, hell, and then the garage, right? But, funny thing is, you need a different disguise to access each of the floors without any trouble. The only other way around that is to get the deviled costume from that one target, but to do that, you're gonna have to wait for him to get in the elevator so you can grab him quickly. Once you have his disguise, you can go everywhere, but, this is where we hit the other problem with the level. Because they have 2 secret targets on this map, but they're not secret if you're playing on Pro because of the way the map works. These surprise targets are really not what they're cracked up to be. The real flaw of this level is the designers were really hell-bent on making you gun duel at least one of the targets, that being the bartender in the frickin' basement. Oh, hey, yeah, you want to go in the silent room and shoot it out with me? Yeah, I don't think so. Why would I ever gun duel this guy? Seriously. What's that sound? Oh my... Alright, well that brings us to the second level I mentioned that really wants a sniper rifle. That would be the White House. I think it's Amendment 25 or something. But this is where you get to play as a counter-assassin, trying to take out an assassin, and the man who hired said assassin to assassinate the US president. By some, assassin means we're just saying the word assassin over and over again, see if it bugs people. Probably is. Anyway, this level is pretty good. It takes a fair bit of planning to pull off, mainly grabbing the right suits to get into the right areas of the level, but taking the 2 targets out is actually pretty simple, provided you had prior knowledge of how the level works. As for getting a perfect score, yeah, you really want a sniper rifle to take Mark Benchesi III out. Because again, they expect you to go on the roof and gunfight them. This seems to be a trend. Don't worry, we got you covered. I guess just blowing them up with a root app mine is just too noisy for the game to stand, despite the fact is Berchesi blows a door up before you even chase him. Now finally, this will bring us to the last level in the game. This level is terrible. After all the things you've learned about this game, about being patient, about being stealthy, about taking disguises and thinking things through, it's amazing on how much effort you put in. Just do that, jumps out a 10-story frickin' window, and you're stuck with a damn shooting gallery. The final level is entirely this. You get 47 up off the table from tapping a bunch of buttons. You then have to gun down everybody in the room and kill everybody to end the game. Fun. The chance of success at this is very low. Now, I get that this was a non-equipment upgrading run, but even if it wasn't, you couldn't bring equipment to that last level either, and you couldn't upgrade anything for it anyway. You're stuck with what the game gives you. The only way to really beat this level, especially on Pro difficulty, is to exploit the hell out of it. You have to exploit the 3 headshot, get a little bit of life left back mechanic. You can only do this once, so you have to do this at a certain time or it's game over. And then you have to run away, lay low, and pray the AI is stupid enough to stop looking for you so you can come back and kill them by surprise. Because if you don't, you're gonna die over and over and over again. After that, there is then the end cutscene. But let's face it, after the last level, Requiem, the ending is total shit. It's completely useless. It's a bad ending. It would be forgivable if the level before it was actually not such a chore. However, overall, Hitman Blood Money is a good game. It has a worthless ending and a terrible last level, but it's got a lot of good other stuff. I mean, A New Life, great. House of Cards, great. And Curtains Down's really good, too. You have to take the bad with the good, I suppose. If you plan to pick it up, you really probably should. Just don't play it for the story. The story is neglectable. And don't even bother and play the last level. Once you get through the President level, just stop. Because the final level's not worth the headache, and the ending is only going to make it feel worse. You will definitely regret doing it. But other than that, yeah, I give the game a pass. Okay, Strife, we're done.
But I haven't assassinated you yet.
We are officially finished with Hitman Blood Money.
What's that got to do with it? How about a little cut?
Well, I'm glad she wasn't after me. Don't worry about Cloak, though. He just, crashed into a bunch of garbage cans over there. He should be fine. But, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. Well, some of us more than others. Hope to see you next time. Bye.